Linden. All the talk. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Another scoring shot there. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
That hook had to hurt. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This may do it. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
They've got to wake up, they've got to get on the foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
Whoa, Johnny! And Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will you do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How many?
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, and that was a big shot to Arthur. And Arthur is down to the canvas. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
I've got to see that again.
Talk about Arthur. There's the bell for round two. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nope, that jab not going to score. This counter fighter believes in me. Anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
That right hook won't score. Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice straight. Ooh, that uppercut had to hurt. He threw the hook, didn't land. That hook was off. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Arthur. Let's get it started in round three. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little switch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Perfect counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. Nice counter shot. That counter shot lands. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Now they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good defense there to stop that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Arthur in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Well done with that counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Is he gonna punch himself out, though? Are we about to see Arthur go down? I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And down goes Lyndon Arthur. And he dropped him. The perfect snipe. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Arthur in that. There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to... He's got to bluff them.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
I'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't land that jab. They need to be careful and punch themselves out here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Arthur in that last round. Pretty dominant. Let's start the 6th. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So much for boxing. This is a fight. And Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Incredible work rate. Oh, and that was a big shot to Arthur.
It's all right, right out. About it. It's one shot. Don't give him another. It's only one shot.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Arthur in that last round. That bell could... And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene. Either won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what, the cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will when they hit. Feel on. Hold that thought! We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. How did they survive that?
What caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? He's put the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
Well, ladies, and here comes expectation. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Hey, those punches add up. Missing with the left hook. Straight right just misses. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
The left hook scores. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Brendan Arthur can't take anymore, and down he goes. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and the referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
That is a
You can see there's blood, and the referee's going to take a good look at it. Yes, sir. We fight on here. Final 10 seconds here. Let's talk about Arthur in that last. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are strong. So this...
Not sure how serious that cut is, but the referee's going to take a good look at it.
The fight is over.
And they're calling it there.
Time was of the essence, and it was a matter of time when this happened.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost. Not by a cut, not by a TKO.